Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the SFC interviews here with former Stevenage striker Francois Zoko. So, how's things?
Very good, thank you. You?
Yeah, doing good. And I know we've just attempted to do this a moment or two ago, but we managed to resolve the issue, so we're back on again now. But so let's get into the first question anyway. Really, so. What was it that kind of attracted you into coming to sign for Stevenage back in 2013 when you did?
The reputation that they have that successive promotion earlier. Also, I knew the manager. I met him when he was Preston, tried to sign me over there. So when he called me, we have a chat about my role, where I will play, all of that thing, and I just accept. I just agreed to go there, and it's a good club. It's a very good club, stable, and with a good chairman. So it was only okay for me.
And then, of course, you made a scoring debut in the JPT, the Johnson Paint as well, against MK Dons in a game that we won 2-1. And how important was that to kind of get off the mark straight away?
Yeah, as every player, when you go somewhere for the first time, your first game, you always want to start very well, bright, and this is what happened. I know I'm going somewhere. I have to have a good start anyway for my own confidence, for the expectation that the manager put on me, the club, and it was a good start and the win for the confidence. And I wish it would be if it was in league game, 3 more points at that moment
Yeah.
would make maybe difference at the end. But it's the way it is, and confidence side it was good.
And you played under Graham Wesley as well, the man that you mentioned just a moment ago. That you knew a little bit from beforehand. And what was that experience like to actually play under Graham and the training under him, etc.
Um, I knew him because first I play against him. It was hard to play against him. I find it very hard. He stopped me very well to play, and always I recognize that when I play against him. When I met him, we talk about that, the way they work to stop me play when I was Carlisle. It was very funny. And when I work with him, we have he explained me what he expecting from me, and I'm kind of simple approach. I have football. I have a boss. There is what he wants, and me. I'm gonna try hard to get that. It maybe don't work. It work, but I will try. And this is was that, and just try the way you want to do it. Sometimes it's up and down. It's a human relationship. The way sometimes it don't go and please you the way it's done, but you have to be you have to do the job. You have to be the right mindset to do the job. If you like it, not at the end of the day, it's the job. It's your work.
Yeah, absolutely. And you started off brightly during your spell with the club in the league as well. Actually, you scored a brace against Brentford in a game where we won 2-1, and of course Brentford are a side that have gone on and achieved promotion and since that now into the Premier League, haven't they? If I believe correctly. So a side there that are doing very well for themselves, and you had some moments against the likes of Portsmouth as well. Some real big name clubs in there.
Yes, it's big clubs, but like you say, it's not about. I never play football or do play football about me. First, I play because I like it. I love it. It's blood. It's me. And first that. So when I play football, is more for that because really I like it. And I don't go on the pitch to say I want. I want to do well for the team. I want to do well for my club, for my manager, for my teammate. Because at the end, the faces, the smile, the good bond, when you finish game, this is priceless. So my only thing is that after if I can contribute with a goal or something important to win the game, it's always good. And I try to do it at Stevenage everywhere I go. Sometimes at the end you have the outcome positive. Sometimes it's not, and Stevenage wasn't a good outcome at the end of season.
But then in that time, we did have some good moments in that season as well. Not in the league as much as in terms of the FA Cup, we had a very good FA Cup run, beating Stourbridge and also going on and beating Doncaster as well. And then, getting the big draw against Everton as well. As a side that we'd already played that season. We played them twice in that season, in the FA Cup and also the League Cup as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we had a cup paradoxically is the paradox of the season. In cup we were very good, and the league in league game, and we weren't good enough to stay in the league. Was very disappointing because some big game we turn up, another game when you would think you're going to take the 3 point, you struggle. It was the story of the season of that season at Stevenage, and we have really good moment. Everton at home, Doncaster away. So I think Portsmouth at some point. So it was some good running cup, and after like I say, at the end of the day, is the final result count, and when you play the full season football, is what you do in league because this is bread and butter.
Absolutely, and that would have been great for you, though, no doubt, to play against some real big name international players. In that Everton side, a side that a very good and well established Premier League side as well, weren't they? Or still are, in fact, as well.
Yeah, second player Lukaku was there, Stones, Phil JDK, some big names. It was good team Everton, and they have strong lineup. So it's a football. We have you need to take everything you have on that, and when you playing. Little bit when I stop playing now, I reflect on some of the things. You need just take the moment and enjoy the moment and try to really enjoy every moment you play in football. It can be league game, FA Cup game. Try to take because sometimes we take it for granted. We think just the league game is a league game. A league game can be your last one. So is some good moment at Stevenage for sure. Some good
And
moments.
I was just going to say, you summed it up there as well perfectly. That the league, of course, is the bread and butter, and having that fantastic FA Cup run and the League Cup run as well. Did that take away from the league? And in terms of being able to perform on a kind of league game, the turnover, having a game, maybe 2 or 3 days later, or was it kind of just quickly, you're able to recover and go again?
After that is we go in on a lot of details of the season preparation, management, all of that thing. I'm not going to take myself on that.
Yeah.
Sorry for that, but the group was good because you can see some. When you go in season, when you have some good results, some not, you can see that there is potential. There is some quality in the team, and we see after the player go on and do a thing, there was some good player. After why it didn't work, I can't give you that answer because I wasn't in control. I was player like everyone. I can say this, but football is little detail have a big consequences. So
okay, that makes sense. And then were you aware of the club's history as well? The fact that the club had gone on and been promoted a couple of times. The conference winners and winning the League Two playoff final as well against Torquay.
Which team?
So with Stevenage, were you aware that with the history a little bit as well in terms of winning the conference and the League Two promotion and things like that?
We know that, and when you play league, when you have a team like get promoted, it's a record. You said mark. Everyone know that. It's not any surprise, and Stevenage recognized for that. Last few years, really the club little bit stop on this in the league football now League Two, but I think this is in the club DNA. At one point, they will come back on that and go back again, push because stay in league football. If you have a two promotion, in championship straight away. I think is at some point the club was thinking that, and the fact that they have a young manager now and building long term, I think he can help.
And do you know much about Alex Ravel, the current manager? Is that somebody that you come up against?
Yeah, many time, and the funny story was I was going to sign for play with him at the Rover, and this season he get promoted. I was there, and he was them or Stevenage, and I go Stevenage, and they get promoted after. But No regrets. I know him. We play against each other. We have good relationship, and I think he done well. He done very well for his full season this year. When he come in job like that, adapt, and he done very well. And I think next year he's gonna be even better. I
I
wish
think
him
that's
best.
right. I think that's right as well. You know, the end of this season just gone, since sort of December, it's been a real, really good time for the football club in terms of getting, a lot of unbeaten games, and games where the club kept a lot of clean sheets as well and picked up a lot of points. And, you know, just before that, the club were, I believe, right towards the bottom of the table again. And then under Alex Ravel and the assistant manager Dean Wilkins as well, they really turned the corner and were able to push towards the upper ends of the mid-table and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the assistant manager make a difference because sometimes it's not only about the manager. You need a good staff, and I think the assistant come lately with the experience he have. It's going to be only benefit for the manager because it's a young manager with the idea, but you need the right people around of you to do the thing. And I think this partnership going do well next year, and I really wish them. And this is also you must have a chairman, a board that understand that. It's for that I say the chairman Stevenage is very good because if he's another one, he will panic, he will change the thing, and they stick with him, and he will pay it off. If he stay with him, he will at one point they will do well, and they will pay off.
That's right. And Phil is, Phil Wallace has always been a fantastic chairman, and the football club, been involved in the community a lot during the coronavirus pandemic as well, in terms of
Mm.
giving back to the fans, which I'm sure you would have seen. And that's great for, the clubs to give back to everyone that's been there and supported them as well on the journey that the club have been on in terms of the good times and the struggles as well.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is that the chairman is sure what the way he's dealing with Stevenage that he know what he's doing. He have a vision for the club, the idea for the club. He improved the stadium. It's a lot of good things. It's not you don't see a lot of chairman in this league do a thing like that. And I was very pleased that they stay in the league. Even if it was difficult last year, but sometimes you get the reward you deserve by doing the right thing. And I think you will have more even reward if you stick with the young manager you have actually on long term run. And I believe that this will be a only success outcome at the end of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's right as well. I'm sure the club will go on and be able to kick on now. They kind of the last few days have come out and have signed a couple of new players in terms of Arthur Reed from Brentford, who was on loan last season, is now signed on a permanent, and there's a few players that have agreed new deals and new contracts as well. So they're obviously buying into the manager's plans and the manager's philosophy, which is a great thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of players as well, when you played alongside the likes of Luke Freeman and Lucas Akins and Darius Charles as well. And what were those guys like as teammates? And they've gone on. All three of them have done well for themselves since, haven't they, as well?
Yeah, we have. I always have had a good relationship with them. When we meet again, we'll talk about good time. We always talk about good time. No one talk about bad time. But take our good memory we have together. We are together. Even if it was a difficult season mentally, but we done some good thing in FA Cup and Cup run, some good memory, and always pleasure to see them. Darius, Lucas doing well, Burton, Darius at the welcome. Luke, amazing career till now. Is at Forest. I didn't meet him yet. I live in Nottingham, but we're going to catch up at some point because of COVID, all of that bubbles. So, but I'm happy to see them. Every time I see someone I play with him doing well, I'm naturally happy for him.
And in terms of yourself as well, are you still involved in the game and what capacity, if you are as well? I know you were at Newark, weren't you, last season? I knew, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing Scholar Academy setting up at Newark outside of my coaching badges I'm passing. I'm just come from now, like I said, St. George Park, St.
Mhm.
George. all week for the UFA, so it was very intense, but very good of learning and we take everything can take and do my badges and try to build something around my coaching and try to progress on that, learn the most I can with the
And
uh,
that's
with the ambition to go and coaching in the academies or be part of a professional environment if you want.
And that's great as well that you're still involved in the game there, and you're getting your badges and stuff as well. And in terms of like Ronnie Henry as well was I think was Ronnie at the club or was Ronnie at Luton at that time? He's now coaching
Uh, I
the
knew
academy at
him.
Stevenage. Yeah,
Yeah, I knew him. I played against him too. So people in football world, you can play against player 10 times, 5 times. You maybe don't talk, sit down, have a coffee, but you know him. And when you meet and you will have a discussion, like you know him as a normal guy, you have all a chat. And Henry same. And I met him when I was Stevenage last game. I've been stadium when Graham was there. And I think the game it was against forgot it. Lo- I think it was Leighton, something like that.
okay, Leighton Orient. Yeah, yeah.
At home, I was at the stadium and watched the games. He was coach of 16, I think 16, 17, and we have a chat. So he's doing badges too. He's involved in the club. And this is what you need. You need former player that want to contribute the club development is important, and this is good. It's good for Stevenage.
And of course, the fans coming back next season, hopefully as well. And how good is that going to be when football's back to what it should be really, with the fans there on the terrace and getting behind their sort of team and yeah, just football being back to back to the good old times again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good only for the not only for the club finance, which is important because sometimes we forgot the business aspect of football club, and this is what I'm learning because now I'm not only playing, I don't play anymore, so I have to learn other side of the thing. But we have to be aware that money is important to run a good football club properly. The fund come in, you're gonna generate money, you're gonna have better players come in, you're gonna help the chairman. So this is first important. But when you play football is about sharing. It's about sharing with the fan, with the people, the family, people around. Is that atmosphere around the stadium when you're playing. This is priceless. I can tell you, you can play 19 game without of fun, but one game with fun, I can tell you, you will remember this one game with fun. So it's all about that, and I'm looking forward really to fun come, and I will come. I will come and watch some games too, because not that far from Nottingham, so always open to come.
And of course, you had when you were at Stevenage, you had a very good song as well, the Zoko Motion by the fans.
Yeah, but the thing is, I say I have good vibes. Like, when you score, you play club, you score a goal. That means something good is you have a good set, good relationship with the fans, and but like I said, football sometimes you don't the thing don't happen like you want, but what you do stay. If you do good thing, you will stay. If you do bad thing, you will stay. So I hope even if at the end of season we don't have what we wanted as a club, as a group, but I hope they see that I try my best for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. You were, one of those players that were always gave your all, and you scored quite a lot of goals in there as well, 17, which is a very good number. It was the top goal scorer at the club at that time, and for that season. So, certainly weren't one to shy away from doing your part. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 17, but I wish it's 10 and we stay up.
No,
Seriously,
that's yeah, yeah.
because you can say everything. People, fun can say not fun, but some people say the thing that when you playing that you don't care. Yeah, you come, you get paid. I can tell you, it's nightmare. You don't sleep after lose game. Me personally, I don't sleep. And
Mhm.
now think that when you go, you get really you go down. It's you don't have summer, you don't have a holiday. So you're just thinking on awfully that he will go away is hard thing mentally. Some people don't go through that because after that they affect their career after that because they can deal with that. So it's kind of a little bit your shame of yours because I didn't do the thing right. So a lot of things gone and that is very hard and sometimes you can try hard you can, but if it don't happen, it don't happen.
And
But
of course,
I still don't have my trophy from Stevenage Club for my 17 goals, so I have to request that if they want to give it to me.
okay, and of course, in that time you played with John Ashton as well, a fantastic centre back. Of course, John went on and was coaching at the football club as well, and John's just moved on to Ipswich the last few days.
Yeah, I know Ash. We talk. I know Ash not often, but when you do something, I send him a text to congratulate him for a new thing he's starting. So like I said, most of the player that I play with, when you can send contact, when you can see like Philip Morris.
Yeah, yeah.
So no, you have. I play with Philip also at Bradford. So it's all of that thing. It's you're gonna see the same faces somewhere. And Ash is a club legend. This is a club legend. He's very nice man, honest, and he helped me a lot when I was there. Is when you go somewhere you don't know anyone, not
Mhm.
know everyone, but not know the environment. You can know one or two player, but one will come to say welcome, talk, and this is harsh, and it's great to have someone in the club. It's really sad to see him go because me, I was thinking we'll stay for longer in the club, and because it really is is spirit, I would say, of the club because legend, very big legend for club.
And he was the last one of that promotion winning side to leave as well, with Chris Day leaving a few years back, and
Yeah,
Ronnie's involved at the football club still, but Ash was one of the last ones really. I think Ronnie's the last one now. Yeah.
yeah. Roy is the last one. Ashid gone. Chris, goalkeeper. It's not some big character, good character, Chris is one of them, and play against, play with, see him every time he was on the coach side. So lot of good people, and I was hoping most of will stay to keep that club on pushing forward. But new, club is moving forward. They have a different plan. We have to respect that and support the club. At the end of the day, people move, but club stay.
And when you were playing at the Lameck Stadium as well, or Broad Hall Way, as it used to be called, in front of the fans, that was, I'm sure that gave you a great buzz as well to hear your name, being sung from the East Terrace, and that's, fantastic for players as well, isn't it, to hear your name and to have the fans behind you there, and in terms of Stevenage, the Tuesday night games in particular, would have been a real highlight, really, I suppose, maybe of your time at the club in terms of having the fans there and some of the games there, the cup runs, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, like I say, is that you share with the fans, with people in the stadium. You share is sharing stuff. I mean, this is the way I say it. So sometimes they don't go and sing your name or expect something for you if you don't doing something good or trying at least. So it's a sharing. They give me, I try to give them back. We give me. Is this is the way I see football. Fan don't go and accept if you don't trying. Uh, they're going to sing your name or try to they will show it in different way, which is not sometimes good, but this is human. We are all human. We behave. I watch football games sometimes. I'm Paris Saint-Germain fan. Sometimes I'm going to scream. After I look myself, I say, oh, calm down. But it's human thing, so it's sharing. I hear it. Sometimes I'm not playing well, but this can help you to come back in the game to try to push because you need some support sometime. And I always enjoy play at home. It's not big stadium, but you
Mhm.
feel this is what's good.
That's right. And you said it there. It's not a big stadium, but it's everyone was together, everyone was
Yeah,
behind the team, and it's just a real community football club, really, isn't it?
yeah,
Which is great. Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely.
So let's have a look here. So in terms of when you were playing for Stevenage, who was your sort of best player that you played with and best player that you played against in that squad and in the games that you played against, teams you played against as well?
Oh, like I said at the start, there were a lot of good players. Good players. Some didn't perform the way they wanted. I don't say they should, but they wanted because of X reason. Can go in that. I find some very very talented players and some good players. Luke is a good player. I can give name. I can if I can give name, I'm gonna give a lot of name because
Yeah.
what I think as a player, good player, maybe gonna be different for you. I think honestly, this group was very very talented group. A lot of good players, and they don't want to bring all of that amount of a player. But the disappointing thing that we didn't have a full take the full potential of the this group.
And of course, the club, as you said, were relegated during your time there. And that's, due sort of, when you look back on it, can you kind of put your finger on what that might have been down to, or not really? Just a bit of bad luck, was it, on in the season?
It's a mistake to put everything in bad luck. You can't say in bad luck when you play 46 games. That means you probably and for sure do something wrong for a longer period. Bad luck can be 10 games after you come back in, you should do playoff, but you didn't do playoff, you finish 8th. This is bad luck. But when you play 46 game and you get down, it's not anymore bad luck. That means we done something wrong as a player, as everyone, as a club, because we're part of the club, we're part of the system, we're part of the group, we're the actor number one on the pitch. If we didn't perform, why we didn't perform, why? This is all of the question. I cannot really answer to that. Everything
No, that's fair enough. Yeah. So there was no real obvious reason as to why.
is
That's fair
the
enough. Yeah.
obvious reason is the performance is after why he didn't perform, why the performance wasn't good. I can't explain that. I cannot explain that because if you play well, you win games. If you perform well, you win game. And the performance wasn't consistent enough.
That's fair enough. Okay, that's a fair answer. The next question is, do you know much about Jake Taylor, the current midfielder that the club have just signed as well from Exeter? Did you come up against him at all?
No. What? What he said?
Oh, Jake Taylor. The club have just signed him the last few days from Exeter. I don't know. He was Exeter captain for a while. I don't know if you come up against him in your career.
I know where Jake Taylor is. Play against him. Very good player. I think he's a good sign for the club. And like I said, it's not about the quality of player. It's about meld them together and make it work together.
Yeah, I've seen him play a few times. I really do like Jake as a player. I think he's a real leader and a really good midfielder. Good passer of the ball as well. He likes to get his foot in and get stuck in as well, which is he's a real good player and he's going to fit in nicely with his team for next season and Arthur Reed's
very good.
well.
I know him very well. I played against him several times, so I know very well. He's a very good player. Like I said, you can go on to say we know football has work now. You can have a very good player coming in the club and think, but the year we're talking now, some class player. So every time I just a little with the experience now. When someone come in new environment, take a time and see how it's go after a few games to say if he's settled. But for sure, he know the league. For sure, he have the experience. For sure, he have a quality. So it can be it going to be only a plus for the club. So after what is around of him, this is another thing.
Okay. So what have we got on here now? So the fact you're going into coaching as well. What advice would you give to sort of up and coming youngsters that are going to get involved in football in terms of maybe playing or coaching in some capacity as well?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was just saying, the fact that you're coaching now, what advice would you give to maybe somebody that you're coaching or somebody that wants to go into coaching?
Oof, I'm starting. I didn't. So going, I'm learning that new thing too. So I'm learning that. So I'm not a established coach yet.
Mhm.
In some point, I'm coaching. I have my the academy. I'm coaching 16 to 18 scholar uh, regularly. It's different. But from now, where I am, my situation, I don't going to go on something that because when I'm say the level of the coaching I want to uh, where I want to be. After that, with a little bit experience, I can give advice. But the only thing is you have to love you have to love it, do what you want, what you're doing. I like your coaching. I like that. It coming naturally. I don't mind to coach one player or 20 players. I like that. So you have to really be ready to all kind of situation because sometimes you can coach one. So you have to really like it first.
So that's a great answer as well. The next question really is, what was it like, playing in England? The fact that you'd played, in France, Belgium, Turkey as well. What are the main sort of big differences between
Uh,
each sort of, playing in England to those
should,
other
should,
countries?
should I say the weather or not?
That's probably a key one, yeah.
No, it's different. It's really different because start in France, different culture, different style of playing. Going to Belgium, little bit similar in France. Going to Turkey, different. It's very it's not just passion. It's more. It's another level of passion of football. And coming here is different. Is expert. The fan
Yeah.
know the football. The fan
Mhm.
judge the football. You see what I mean? Is not only passion. We love football, but we have our opinion on the player. We have our opinion. So it's not going to stadium to see just there to scream. You have the idea, the way they want to see to play, the way they want to see press fighting. So this is a different thing in the English public that I like because it's not only people sitting here shouting. They want to see something that you put in on, and they have a big opinion. They have big, so it's physical too. In terms of play, is you play one game, I tell you, you feel it. It's very engaged and it's good. I really love it.
And in terms of, when you were growing up as well, who were your kind of inspirations and sort of role models on the footballing world?
Uh, I have two, but my dad play, so it don't count. This is normal. My dad played.
Right.
Uh, I have I have two favorite player. I like different style of play. But two, the first one whom really one day I see him, I say, wow, I like him so much. I wish I can be like him, or I want to play to when I was playing, dreaming like him, doing things like him. It's
Yeah.
a George Weah.
George Weah, yeah. Uh-huh.
George Weah. And as Paris Saint-Germain fan, it was more of when you go Paris Saint-Germain from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain, it was more so George Weah. After him, Ronaldo R9,
Okay, the Brazilian,
the Brazilian one.
yeah.
I was in academy. I have two poster on that free because another one was Nicolas Nelka because Parisian.
And Elka, yeah, no, because he had a great career in England as well with Arsenal, Chelsea, etc. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was younger, and Anelka was younger. So straight away is the picture that you want to catch straight away. But other one, it was that the icon, the guy that you say this is the one. And George Weah for me, the best, the best because what he done is time with all of the things. When we talk about racism now,
Hmm.
and everything he done, and he won Ballon d'Or all that time, playing Italia, all of that thing. I think this guy we need give him another Ballon d'Or now because what he done that time that mean it was unbelievable. To be recognized at that time wasn't easy. And Ronaldo for me changed the game. He put the game on another level. So
Yeah,
them,
Ronaldo R9 was always a real talent, and George Weah as well
yeah,
is a great shout. Is another real talented player, and Anelka. They're all three real fantastic players. They're all strikers as well, which is quite an
all
interesting one.
strikers, but different. Is not all a striker, but kind of similar striker can shoot. They are skillful. They
Yeah.
have instinct players, and so this is what I recognize myself in when I'm playing. They are very instinctive players, skillful. They can number 9, but can play number 10. Can play, so they are kind of that. And for me, this is them.
And what did you like playing? Did you like playing the number 9 role more, or the sort of kind of number 10 where you kind of move around a little bit off the number 9?
I'm not. I never been number 9. It's lately I start to play front, but I always been. I start right wing, play left wing, play middle, play top of diamond. After play 9.5 in France and Belgium, we use 9.5.
Okay.
We dropping little bit. We call it fake 9, but you
Yeah.
put. So I never been in that pure striker. It's for that. Sometimes you can see the number of the goal not going to higher because I like to be involved more in the game. Maybe don't go and score, but influence the game. The pass before the assist or the assist really influence the game. This is the way the I can define player was because I want to be more involved in the game. I can stay for 5, 10 minutes not touch the ball. I can
No, you want to be involved in the game as
involve.
much as you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. That's a fair enough. That's a great answer as well. When you were at Stevenage, who were your sort of best mates at the club, and who would you sort of room with on away days?
Oh, I have good, I have a very good bond for everyone. Not I've said everyone, but for most of them, because I'm very easy to live. And they were laughing on my French accent, my English, so it was easier to everyone come with me. So now I was Philippe, very, very good close. After I played with him again at Bradford, Philippe, Luc, uh, Lucas. I can give a lot of names. It was a
Yeah.
group. No, in the group, I was with a group of person that we have a different background, different thing, but we going together well, and I'm very easy to live. This is the thing. I'm not someone who gonna go talk only with one person.
Mhm.
So I
That's
was
good. That
very
you're
open.
very sociable. Yeah.
I'm naturally social, so I don't have English not good, not speak language, but I'm going to get it because for me this is all about football. It's for that I travel a lot. I go
Mhm.
different countries because for me it's not just about playing. It's about to know people. It's about to is experience, lifetime experience. So to enjoy it, you have to be open.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be an open book and to be able to tell your stories and that as well, which is great. And to kind of be social and get on with everyone is great. It's a little bit like me. I'm very much
But I don't get with everyone, but for most of them, because I have
most,
my
yeah,
my
majority.
other
Yeah,
side where I'm
yeah,
very
yeah.
I'm very very hard to. So, but most of
Most people. Yeah, that's fair enough. And so, in terms of where you're at now, we touched on it already. Is it Grantham or Newark where you're at now?
Newark. I live in Nottingham. I'm Newark. The academy scholar. They do scholarship and all things. Setting up. It's very challenging because we start the project during the COVID. So it's challenging, but it's going step by step. But like I said, the main thing is go through that UFA badges and improve as a coach. Try to keep learn, not try to keep learning, develop, and move on. I would say elite environment. This is the normal process for me.
I think was it Grantham you were at beforehand? Maybe that might be where I got them from. And
Yeah, Grand Fam. It was straight away when I finished. It's same new on Nottingham. Player coach. After that, I say I can do. I, I'm not. When I'm playing, I'm playing.
yeah,
So after I say, I stopped earlier, 35. I can go on 1 year, 1 year, yeah, but I start with the idea to want to coach, to learn the job on the ground, pass my badges. So I'm focused on that now.
And so, do you, alongside that, is it right that you coach as well in terms of doing some community coaching?
So yeah, the what I'm doing now, I'm coaching is an academy like scholarship academies. I'm doing some community coaching in Nottingham area too, helping one of the friends when I can. So grassroots football, I'm very open in that. I think it's part of that. You have to share your experiences too to inspire all the boys to who want to be footballer, give them advices, all of that thing. This is our duty. When you play football, you can just keep that for you. It's not good. You have to share it, and I'm trying on my way, and I hope to do it on a better level moving forward.
And it's going to be great, if sort of when you're coaching there, some of the players progress through into clubs as well. Like, Stevenage have done very well in recent years with some players, Jack Smith being one name that really stands out, who's kind of cemented his name in the first team quite, recently in the last couple of seasons. And that's great as well when clubs give these youngsters an opportunity and they're able to go and, express themselves and show what they're about. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all about you. I think me, I have the philosophy that a good football club is have a good academy. You're going to sustain a long time. You're going to be more consistent, and on the long journey, you're going to survive. And I'm really, really convinced by that of my experiences when I was in academy in France, and we still have last year. Nancy produced another younger player who is the youngest scorer on the league last year again.
Okay,
And
that's great.
and Nancy is not the first time I've done it too. My first, I was 17, my first game, I scored two. So you see, is a consistent in their team. They produce player year after year. Langley now play for Barcelona. So
Yeah.
you in long term you're going to survive. The club going to go move on, and I think for me is the best. And a lot of clubs start to understand now. It's good to see that, and I hope Stevenage is going to take advantage of that. I think the academy now doing well.
Okay, well, we're actually going to wrap it up there now. We'll leave it there. I think that's done the job. That's been a really good chat there, Francois. So thanks for coming on, and of course we've got the Euros coming up as well. So I'm sure you'll kind of be across that, and I'm sure you probably want to see France doing pretty well. The fact you played out there, and you'll be following England, Turkey. You'll be following quite a few of the nations out there, won't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. You know what? My house is like my boy born in Belgium, so Belgium. So every competition, French flag, Belgium flag, English flag. So we cheat a bit. We have a more chance to win something in Turkey. So we try to go everywhere. We see maybe we have a chance. No, it's just our football. I hope really England going to do well because I think they are a good squad. Gonna have a good player.
It should be a really interesting finals. Really, there's some really good nations involved: France, England, Belgium, Portugal as well. Germany are always there or thereabouts. Spain.
Yeah, this one going to be difficult. I think this one going to be a lot of surprise from the group phase. Some big club, I don't think some big club will get out. This is what I think because some big club, yeah, some big club going to get kicked out from the first stage. So this year going to be big surprise. Believe that.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Qualification was very hard for a lot of clubs.
Yeah, it was. It's going to be. It's going to be great to follow that as well and to see. There's going to be a lot of good games in there. England, Scotland, for example, is a fantastic game for two fantastic nations, isn't it? As well.
This is a game that people don't talk too much about. That I think this is a game can see how your competition gone because you can play Scotland 10 times, maybe you're going to beat them, but play Scotland the Euro, I tell you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
That's right, and they're there by merit as well. They've done well to get there. Of course, they won the penalty shootout to get there, didn't they? So, it's going to be great to see. Because Croatia are another country that England have got their troubles against.
It's a tricky group, England,
Yeah.
English group, and another one of a tricky group. I think is the Germany. Some they have some three big countries in same groups, and even France. You have to. I say if you don't turn up from the first game, you're gonna be out. So I'm me. This is my guess. I think some big country, some big nation of football going to be out of for the second round. I think that.
It's going to be interesting to see who's able to have the stability to go all the way. And England's squad is a young squad, but that's not always a bad thing when players can go out and they can just express themselves and play without fear. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? When I see Poland squad, I watch the game against Poland. They don't have their best player. They have experienced player. I don't see that England really dominate the game to win it. And this is what's going to happen in some of the countries. They're going to have experienced player. You're going to have a boys. You have a 5, 10, 10 cup. You're going to play one guy. You have a 55, 60 cup. You've been doing that for years. You know you're talented, but me, I know how to run the game. So this is going to be the challenges. So I hope they will see that first, because go only with young player in competition is big risky.
That's the battle as well. It's the battle to see, who comes out on top. Really, the youngsters that are playing without fear, or the experienced players that have been there and been to a couple of competitions before and know what it's like to win. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I think the process is a process. Maybe you have an idea to go with them now to prepare them for next World Cup. You have to see the idea behind that too. It's not just we're going for the Euro to win it. Of course, we want to win it, but I can prepare them for the World Cup, like France done with Pogba, Griezmann. We go for younger team, but with good hand of experienced player, Pat Evra, all of that player around of them. Go through the Euro, go to the final. We lost it against Portugal, but on World Cup you win it. You can go that idea, that process. But you must have a good tournament, good Euro to have that future on the World Cup. So it's kind of tricky one, but I'm looking forward. But some good players, some already know. Just we have to know Maguire's situation.
And then hopefully the fans will be back in for the Euros as well, and then that will follow on for the league season. For over here in England, etc. It's been great the last few weeks as well to have the cup finals with fans and things like that. Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, on the 21st of June, everyone out. So
hopefully it stays like that, and it's going to be good. I'm all fully vaccinated. I had my second vaccination today as well, so I'm all ready to get back into the stadium.
I have my first one tomorrow, so hopefully I'm going to feel well.
Yeah, best of luck. Hopefully it goes all right, and thanks for doing this as well.
Okay, no worries. All a pleasure. If you have anything else, I'm here. You know my number. No problem. Okay.
Nice one. Thanks a lot, Francois. And take care, and hopefully it all goes well for you tomorrow as well.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Thanks a lot, mate. Bye bye.
Bye bye.